the average growth rate of 1%. Out of that, 6% of the population will be 65 years or older. One of the important responsibilities of our pharma sector is to provide this elderly section of the mankind their healthcare needs. In spite of our progress with new discoveries to tackle complicated elements and even newer viruses, it is estimated that only one-third of world population is above at least standard dose per day. The forecast says even by 2020, half of the world population expected to consume one standard dose per day, leaving the other half unable to afford. This amplifies that we as an industry have miles to go before we rest of our laurels. Much of the value growth for generic companies in the developed markets is coming, whatever they launch last 2-3 years after patent expiry. Whereas pharma emerging markets, it is the older molecules that drive growth. Pharma emerging markets have still larger percentage of population which is yet to be used for modern medicines. High percentage of growth is expected in these markets, yet this population is to be tapped. India can be the future destination for pharma business as it is provided a land of unlimited opportunities in the form of liberal transparency, investment policies, political stability, huge reservoir for talents, and third largest economy in the world, which registers a growth rate of 7 to 7.5% over the last 2-3 years. It is estimated that the today's pharmaceutical business globally $1,100 billion, whereas the present generic, the share is only $290 billion as on date, which is going to touch $470 billion by 2020. If you see our Indian exports or whatever that pharma business, at present it is only $32 billion. Probably it may rise to $55 billion by 2020. Looking into this, our share in the overall globally, that market share is only 3%. There is a huge opportunity for India to grow. Whatever 1% share itself, it is going to be take lot of opportunities to grow. As world over countries are looking to medical coverage of their citizens and would employ generics to try and contain the expenditure, generic industry has higher responsibility and opportunities to meet quality deliverables. I once again wish all the participants great times ahead in this conference. I am sure these 3 days IPEHX meet 2017 at Hyderabad would leave the signature of superior knowledge and emerging opportunities of the industry we are engaged in, apart from contributing to business synergy and partnerships. The basic objective of this IPEHX is to connect and enhance relationship with all principal stakeholders of the healthcare industry, such as drug manufacturers, regulators, emerging market players, technology partners, and suppliers. I am sure this objective will be met at the conclusion of IPEHX 2017. I would like to conclude only 2-3 points and then I take a sign off. Our great dynamic leader KTR Garu, when we requested him to be as a chief guest for this function, even today he is having a very big program from the government. Still, he has given the time. This itself shows how this state government is participating in these activities for the development of the state for the industry. On behalf of PHARMA, I would like to thank and gratitude to Commerce Secretary, Mrs. Rita Toyotia, who has taken a prominent decision and her vision to hold annual event of IPHEX at different cities to promote connectivity and stakeholders for various places to go further. This is the first time it is being shifted this pharma exhibitions to Hyderabad. Everyone is to feel Hyderabad is a city where there is a difficulty to organize this type of seminars, big seminars. But we have taken as a challenge, and then we requested her where she accepted our proposal. This is where it has come to Hyderabad. We once again thanks Commerce Secretary. We'd like to tell at least there are two people behind this PHARMEXL. One is Mr. Sudhanshu Pandey, and another is Dr. Appaji, who was the DG earlier. He retired. He is the present Emeritus. Both of them contributed immensely towards the growth of pharma sector in the country through providing leadership roles in various capacities. We should appreciate in this platform, at least they have done a lot of job for this pharma industry. Mr. Uday Bhaskar, who has taken the responsibility as a DG, is a proven regulator. I am sure under his dynamic leadership, PHARMEXL will go to the next higher levels. With this, I conclude. I once again thank you for all your participation. I think it is going to be a fruitful meeting for everyone, and then take a lot of knowledge with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Madhamohan Reddy garu. He deserves a big round of applause once again for guiding all of us to make this event possible. Friends, are we not really proud of our pharma fraternity? Be it ARVs, be it vaccines, be it cancer drugs, this Hyderabad, this India is providing the most affordable drugs to the world. Give a big round of applause to all the captains of the pharmaceutical industry of India, especially the pharmaceutical industry of Hyderabad. All the captains of industry are sitting in the front row. Now, I take the pleasure of inviting another Telugu person. He is another pride of our Telugu, none other than Dr. Ishwar Reddy. He is a silent performer, being the Joint Drug Controller of India, sitting at Delhi head office. He is such a strict officer, yet he receives applause from the industry. Have you seen anywhere a strict officer getting applauded by the industry also? He has two faces. When it comes to the regulatory, he always goes by the rule. But he always guides the industry how they have to act, how they have to go forward, complying with all the drug regulations. Mr. Ishwar Reddy, today we are happy to have you as a special guest over here. He has delivered lectures across the world. He has participated in the seminars, knowledge exchange programs worldwide. He has been the pivot of a drug controller across the world, and coming from a background of the masters in pharmacy, a doctorate he has done from the JNTU University, from Hyderabad alone, and today he is in such a responsible position. He obliged our request to be special guest of the day in the morning, and I request Dr. Ishwar Reddy to give his message to
Honorable Shri KT Ramarao Garu, Honorable Minister of Industries and Information Technology, Government of Telangana, His Excellency Manu Waku, Honorable Minister of Health, Government of Ghana, Shri Madan Mohan Reddy Garu, Chairman PHARMEXL, Shri Dinesh Dua, Vice Chairman PHARMEXL, Shri P. Ramesh Babu, Chairman IPEHX 2017, and my dear colleague, friend, and my well-wisher, Shri Uday Bhaskar, Director General PHARMEXL, overseas delegates, captains of pharmaceutical industry, media, very, very good morning to all of you. First of all, let me thank PHARMEXL for inviting me for this IPEHX 2007 held at Hyderabad. I welcome on behalf of Central Drug Standard Control Organization, PHARMA, all international delegate for this great IPEHX event. This is one of the best pharmaceutical and healthcare expo. Is going to be held in India every year since 2013. This is a great platform to have interaction not only between the business to business delegates and also the interaction between the overseas regulators and Indian regulators. I am very happy to see here more than 60 overseas regulators are present today in this IPEHX. And also, thanks to the PHARMA and IPEHX for inviting more than 25 Indian drug regulators as a part of this expo. I think this is the time to have platform to exchange best practices followed by the overseas drug regulators with the Indian drug regulators. As all of us know, the main objective of any drug regulator in the world is switching over from not only from the safety, efficacy and quality to accessibility, affordability and availability of the medicine to the needy public. As a regulator, it is our responsibility to ensure the proper quality of the drugs that are available to the needy patients at the right time. Because the regulation should not become a hurdle for the availability of the medicine to the needy people. I request all of the overseas regulators to rely and to have a reliance on the other regulatory system that are followed in other countries. As you know, all of you, we are in most of the time, we are doing repetition of the same work. As a regulator from the overseas, the same regulator is multiple time inspecting the same facilities for compliance to the same standards. I think if you trust the competency and capability of the other regulatory system and other regulators, thereby we can make sure that the drugs will be available to the needy patients at the appropriate time without any delay. The best example for having the relay on each other regulatory approval mechanism is recently the hepatitis drug, sofosbuvir and all other drugs. The Government of India as Indian regulator, we have waived off lot of requirements for the approval of hepatitis C drug, thereby the drug will be available at the shortest time to the needy people. So Government of India through the CDSCO, we have established many collaborative works with the international regulatory agencies like USFDA, MHRA, PMDA. The CDSCO has MOU with all established regulatory authorities for exchange of the best practices, for exchange of information, as well as to have a technical tie-up for the assessment of the dossiers and also to mutually accept wherever best possible their inspection reports and their approval mechanism. I am very happy to be with you here in Hyderabad. As all of you know, Hyderabad is a capital for many things. One of the best I can see from Hyderabad city is that it is a capital for R&D, research and development. I think I would like to share you my overseas regulators and also the delegates. I am very happy to share with you, Hyderabad is the first city which has developed recombinant based vaccine first time in India. Though that time nobody knows about what is biotechnology, what is biopharmaceutical in India. And also happy to share, I think the first vaccine manufacturer is from Hyderabad. The government of Telangana state is supporting for the growth of the pharmaceutical industry to their level best. I came to know that the government of Telangana has already allotted almost 13,000 acres of land for the development of the pharmaceutical park in the state of Telangana. And also I'm happy to share to all the overseas delegates, the government of Telangana has come up with TS IPAS, where that means this is mainly a single window clearance system. Instead of going to the multiple authorities for getting various approval, this is a single window mechanism, thereby any project, especially the new projects, it will be get approved through the single window scheme. The main importance for the growth of R&D in Hyderabad, in my personal view, because of the well-established, high-reputed educational institutions and R&D centers are established in Hyderabad. The best examples for these R&D centers, we have a CCMB, Center for Cellular and Microbiology. We have a IICT in Hyderabad, which is the major source for the growth of the API industry, for the development of the new route of synthesis, for the reducing the production cost of the APIs in for the production in Hyderabad. And we have a central universities where the young research scientists are coming out from this university, and various mechanisms the state government of Telangana has taken for the growth of the pharmaceutical industry. I think I will appreciate, I welcome all the foreign delegates to have a collaborative work with the Indian regulators. We will work together, we will share our best practices, thereby we will ensure the high quality of the products we are going to supplying to the rest of the world. And before concluding, I am very thankful to the once again organizers for giving this opportunity. I wish you all the best and best success for this expo. Thank you very much for giving this once again this opportunity, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Iswar Reddy garu. You have been always a big guiding force for the Indian pharma industry. And thank you very much for delivering a valuable deliberation today in the inaugural session. Not only you have agreed to be there whole day today and tomorrow to interact with all the regulators across the world to give your knowledge. And now I take pleasure of inviting the very special guest of the day, the Health Minister of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, Mr. Kako Hayamang, Mr. Manu, who is kind enough to come from Ghana all the way to grace this occasion as a special guest here. In fact, Ghana is a country which imports a lot of drugs from Hyderabad and India as well. And Mr. Kwaku has always been vocal with the pharma industry, exchanging his views, helping people, knowing each other. And today, we are privileged to have Mr. Kwaku here, and I request Mr. Kwaku to deliver his message, please.
Excellency Shri Rao, the Honorable Minister for Industries and IT, the government of Telangana, who is the chief guest for this occasion. All industry players, let me express my gratitude and my joy for the privilege I have for being part of this occasion. I bring you greetings from my country, far away, Ghana. The presence of the Indian drug industry in my country is quite large. And understand exports from India to some other regions of the world is quite significant. And the entire Africa as a region places second only to North America when we're talking about drug exports from India. And for fiscal year 2015-2016, this amounted to over $3 billion. And Ghana cannot be left out of this trade. As drugs continue to get more expensive in my country, government is making serious efforts to see how best
we can find less expensive drugs for our people. In the budget that was read this year, government has tried to actually bring down, reduce the cost of imported raw materials for the drug industry of the country by bringing down taxes on these imports. Again, government has brought down taxes on imported drugs which are not manufactured in my country to make sure that we have less expensive drugs for our people. What is left for us to do is to begin to look at sources of supply that will also be cheaper to ensure that we have good drugs for our people. And India is one of the places we are actually concentrating. Government is seriously working to facilitate manufacturers to come into our country
and you lend a very big helping hand to the Indian pharma industry, how we can extend our exports to your country. Now this is the occasion for you to the Council of India. I request the Augusta gathering on the dais to unveil this important book, which is very helpful for the pharma industry. Dr. Sood is already also available, who is the person responsible for this, bringing out this book. Give a big round of applause. Definitely, this book will be very useful for the Indian pharma industry. Thank you very much, sir. And once again, we have a wonderful buyers directory. The 600 buyers and delegates who came from across 120 countries, their complete details and their background and the availability, everything is compared in a booklet and it is brought out as a overseas buyers directory. Along with that, we have an exhibition directory also for this IPHEX 2017. I request you once again to launch those two booklets also. Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure these books are definitely useful for the pharma industry. I appreciate the efforts of the PharmAxil bringing out such a knowledge sharing information to the people. Thank you very much, sir. Take your seats. Now the important moment has come already. Sri KT Ramarao Garu. Who doesn't know him?
Thank you, sir. I'll do it.
No, sir. You have to excuse me. Just 2 minutes only. Today, we are having a I know he will be very unhappy with me. He doesn't need any introduction. But we have today 600 global delegates here. Mr. KT Ramarao, last year, in fact, off the track, when the IPHEX is being conducted in Mumbai, he was telling, why not you bring it over here? With the efforts of our Chairman Madan Mohan Reddy and the Director General Uday Bhaskar, this event is possible. Today he is a youth icon and the political icon of India. Mr. Dr. Ramarao is not only, he is a master's in biotechnology, microbiology, and also a master's in business, marketing in international universities. So either way, he is a big guiding force to the Indian pharma industry. He has a great love to the Indian pharma industry. I'll tell you only two things which you are not aware. You know NASCOM, 25 years of inception, The event is never conducted in Hyderabad. Today he has met each and every captain of IT industry personally. He convinced them, and such an international world IT forum and the CEO forum is happening in Hyderabad, and he is the person responsible. Give him a big round of applause to KT Ramarao garu, and he will deliver his chief guest address.
Finally, I get the mic. Thank you. Good morning. Honorable Minister for Health, Government of Ghana, Mr. Kwaku. He's our guest of honor. Honorable Shri Uday Bhaskar Garu, the Director General of PHARMEXL. Shri Madan Mohan Reddy Garu, the Chairman of PHARMEXL. Dr. Dinesh Dua, the Vice Chairman of PHARMEXL. And I'd also like to recognize Mr. Ramesh Babu, the Chairman of IPEHX 2017 committee here, and the Joint Drugs Controller, Government of India, Dr. S. Ishwar Reddy Garu, and to the gentlemen and ladies in the audience, and to the industry captains here, a warm welcome to you all from the Government of Telangana to the city of Hyderabad. I'm delighted to be inaugurating the 5th edition of the International Exhibition for Pharma and Healthcare, which has grown from strength to strength since its inception in 2013 and has been instrumental in bringing together the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry under one roof. I'm told by my colleagues here that this is the first time this event is happening in our own city of Hyderabad, so I welcome you all, and I firstly would like to commend the collective efforts of the entire PHARMEXL team in bringing this event to the city of Hyderabad. As we all know, the time is indeed opportune for the pharmaceutical industry today. The global population with an average age of 65 and above is expected to grow faster and is estimated to account for almost 30% of the overall population growth in the next 5 years. Affordable healthcare without compromise in quality is indeed the need of the hour. India is among the countries considered as likely to have the strongest gains in developing the next generation of life-saving products in the next upcoming decade. Due to the colossal increase in capital, a well-educated population, India's existing pharmaceutical and biotech companies, research will move progressively towards India, and especially as the demand for improved healthcare increases by the day. Currently, the Indian pharmaceuticals market is the 3rd largest in terms of volume and 13th largest in terms of value. With over 10,500 manufacturing units and over 3,000 pharma companies growing at an exceptional rate, India is the largest provider of generic drugs globally, with the Indian generics accounting for 20% of the global exports in terms of volume. India has also maintained its lead over China in pharmaceutical exports with a year-on-year growth of more than 11.4%. India also has a large pool of scientists and engineers who have the potential to steer the industry ahead to an ever higher level. Moreover, overall drug approvals given by the US FDA, the United States Food and Drug Administration, to Indian companies have nearly doubled. Today, outside of the United States, the largest number of US FDA approved units are in India. By 2020, India is likely to be among the top 3 pharmaceutical markets by incremental growth and 6th largest market globally in absolute size. India's cost of production is significantly lower than that of the United States and almost half of that of the Europe, which gives India a competitive edge over the other countries and other nations. Other developments in the sector globally, including the likelihood of agreement between EMA, the European Medicine Agency, and US FDA, coming into force from 2017, enabling information sharing and cutting down on multiple inspections, will only accelerate growth through synergies. I'm sure India would be in the foremost in encashing such opportunities. I'm happy to note that the organizers, with the support of Department of Commerce, Government of India, have been successful in bringing together more than 580 overseas delegates to our city of Hyderabad. I would particularly like to welcome all the overseas delegates to this event. This also includes, out of the 580 overseas delegates, 50 drug regulators from about 100 countries, and various other representatives of the industry are also participating in the event today. In my view, Hyderabad is the ideal venue for any such international convention on pharmaceuticals for a couple of reasons. Primarily, for its leadership position in the pharma sector, contributing to about 30% of the overall pharma production in India. And the city's unmatched ecosystem with the strong local entrepreneurial abilities and with rich capabilities in research and development make it an enviable destination. Over the years, Hyderabad has started dominating India's vaccine production output. Today, Hyderabad's vaccine production companies account for more than 30% of global vaccine manufacturing, which makes Hyderabad one of the hottest destinations for vaccine manufacturing on the globe. In order to accelerate the growth and respond to the changing global environment for pioneering pharmaceutical manufacturing investments and research and development activities, we are developing Asia's largest and perhaps the world's largest ecosystem for the pharmaceutical industry called the Hyderabad Pharma City, which will be spread over 14,000 acres of land and which will be completely equipped with international standards with thrust on bulk drugs and formulations, and with concepts like zero liquid discharge, common effluent treatment facility, regulatory enclave, 24/7 water and power supply, dedicated land for social infrastructure like housing, entertainment and commerce, and with a focus on the live, work, learn, play concept. This cluster promises to be the most environmentally and ecologically friendly ecosystems with respect to pharmaceutical and drug manufacturing. More importantly, this cluster will have an en bloc environmental clearance, making it easy for the individual industries to set up their units without directly having to seek any separate clearances. What more can the industry ask? The phase 1 of this Hyderabad Pharma City will be developed in about 8,000 acres with major emphasis on pharma manufacturing. Phase 1 will also have sizable area for research and development activity, for testing facilities, for a center of excellence, for skill development centers, housing and commercial complexes as well. We have made significant progress in terms of the planning and environmental clearances process, which is already at an advanced stage. I'm pleased to inform you that the monitoring studies have been completed as per the schedule and the final report is under preparation. The process of obtaining environmental clearance will be completed in the next couple of months and the land allocation to the companies will start immediately. Please be assured that we will get this grounded at a brisk pace. Leveraging on the fully integrated ecosystem and the scale, we are confident that the Hyderabad Pharma City will help our companies become more cost competitive in the international market and re-emphasize India's position in the global market. I would like to extend a warm invitation to the industry leaders present here to consider setting up your manufacturing units in the Hyderabad Pharma City. More details are available at the Government of Telangana stall at the exhibition right here, which is under the TSIIC, the Telangana State Industrial Infrastructure Corporation stall. Government of India, particularly the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, has been very supportive and has also agreed to extend all support, particularly in promotion of this activity. Through this forum, I would like to extend our gratitude to the Ministry of Industry and Commerce for their support as well. Once again, I'd like to congratulate all the organizers for all the efforts you've put in bringing this world-class event to our own city of Hyderabad, and I do hope that you will have productive deliberations over the next 3 days. Thank you very much and enjoy your stay.
Thank you very much, sir. Honorable Minister Sri KT Ramarao garu. You're really a true inspiration for the pharmaceutical industry as well, not only the IT industry. I'm sure today this Hyderabad is already the pharma capital of India. With the dream city, the international pharma city of Honorable Chief Minister Sri Chandrasekhar Rao garu and yourself, when it come into action, definitely the Hyderabad becomes the world pharma destination. Give him a big round of applause, Sri KT Ramarao Garu, for gracing this occasion. Thank you very much, sir. Now I request the chairman of PHARMA, Sri Madan Mohan Reddy Garu, to felicitate the minister, Sri Ramarao Garu, with a small memento. And also I request the Director General, Mr. Uday Bhaskar, to felicitate the special guest in the morning, the Minister from the Ghana, Mr. Kwaku, and the special guest of the day, Dr. Ishwar Reddy Garu. And the felicitation to none other than our chairman, Mr. Madan Mohan Reddy Garu as well. The Vice Chairman, Dr. Dinesh Dua Garu. The IPHEX 2017 committee, the silent force behind this, being the chairman of the IPHEX 2017. Despite his ill health, he has come here to felicitate him. I request Dr. KT Ramarao Garu. And Mr. Uday Bhaskar, who is the silent force behind this. He needs a felicitation as well. Dr. Ishwar Reddy Garu, I think he needs a felicitation from the minister. Now I invite, as I already told, Mr. Ramesh Babu Garu. I told you, despite his ill health, he still came to the occasion. And I request the Minister KT Ramarao Garu, just stand for a while to have a photograph with the captains of the industry, please. Our sincere thanks to the entire delegates, the doyen of pharma industry, having graced this occasion.